I need a gurney in here now.
Move or he'll die. Emma's voice cut through the hospital chaos like a blade. Blood dripped from the unconscious Marine slung across her shoulders. An IV bag dangled from his arm, still attached, swinging wildly with every desperate step she took. Doctors stood frozen, nurses stared, mouths open, but Emma didn't wait. The elevator was jammed, protocol was crumbling, and every second pushed this soldier closer to death. So she ran, straight for the stairs, her legs burned by the 30th step. Her grip tightened as the Marine's full weight pressed into her spine. The smell of blood, sweat, and antiseptic filled her lungs. Behind her, a doctor yelled, "Emma! What are you doing?" But she couldn't answer. She had one mission now: get this man to ICU before his heart stopped again. By the 81st step, she was gasping for air, but her pace didn't slow. The Marine had been dropped at the ER with a collapsed lung, a compound femur fracture, and blood loss so severe the EMTs called him a whisper from gone. The trauma lift, broken, backups, delayed, staff, paralyzed. But Emma moved. With one foot after the other, she climbed through pain and panic. No backup, no orders, just instinct. By the 171st step, her scrubs were soaked, her hands shaking. But she burst through the ICU doors, knees wobbling, screaming, "Code red trauma!" As her body gave out, she collapsed to her knees, cradling the soldier's head until the trauma team took over. Monitors beeped, hands flew, and by some miracle, they stabilized him. He lived. The hospital returned to its usual rhythm the next day. No media, no medals. Just Emma, walking into her shift with sore legs and tired eyes, expecting nothing. Until she looked out the front window and saw the wall of camouflage. 500 Marines stood in perfect formation outside the hospital, full dress, boots polished, faces locked in solemn reverence. One loudspeaker cracked overhead. "Emma Carter, please report to the main entrance." The ER went silent. Phones came out. Whispers rose. Emma stepped outside slowly, blinking in disbelief. The Marine she'd carried stood in front, arm in a sling, flanked by his commander. Then all 500 men and women raised their hands in a slow, unified salute. Emma's breath hitched. The Marine she saved took the mic and said, voice raw with emotion, "She didn't just carry me. She carried every one of us." Tears streamed down Emma's face as they broke formation. One by one, they stepped forward, shaking her hand, saluting her, calling her sister. Some hugged her, some just nodded, lips trembling. But every gesture said the same thing: respect. But then came the moment that truly unraveled her. The Marine's mother stepped forward, clutching a folded flag. "My son coded in the ambulance." She kept pressure on his artery with one hand and started an IV with the other. "She never left him. She gave me back my son." A janitor who'd overheard stepped up too. "She used to run those stairs every day." Said she was training for a moment that might never come. We called her prepper nurse, thought it was funny. We didn't know, but Emma knew. Her brother had bled out in Afghanistan when his medic froze under fire. Emma was 17 when she got the call. Since then, she'd trained for one thing: never freezing. Every trauma class, every shift no one wanted, every ignored insult when someone called her too intense. It all led to this. That Marine wasn't just another patient. He was her redemption, her second chance, and she didn't fail this time. As the crowd quieted, the Marines stood at attention one final time and chanted in unison, "You carried one of us. Now we carry you in our hearts." Emma broke. Her knees buckled, not from fatigue, but from the overwhelming flood of emotion. She sobbed, hand over her mouth, as her colleagues came to support her. The hospital gave her an award. Local news picked up the story. But the gesture that meant the most was quiet, small, and deeply personal. The Marine pressed something into her palm as he hugged her goodbye. A set of dog tags. They read, "To Emma, who fought with no gun, no rank, but infinite courage. She carried him to life, but he carried her to healing." And in that shared pain and perseverance, a legacy was born. Before we end this story, let us know in the comments where you're watching from. We'd love to hear. If this story touched you, don't forget to like the video. Subscribe to the channel and let us know how you feel in the comments.